Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Excuse me, I was clearing my throat. I want to say thank you and thank you again for all of those who continue to view the channel, tune into the podcast. I get a short 30 minutes a day in order to do my thing, but I am happy that I have it, and trust me, if I continue to stay on the grind to encourage people, it will continue to happen. I promise you that. But I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I want to get straight into it. Today's topic is generational divide. That is division between the generations. Those who are a certain age group and certain age are divided by the generations. And so there came up an interesting topic, an interesting conversation that I had with a group of young people. And the topic, of course, was, peer pressure in high school, peer pressure in middle school. We've all dealt with peer pressure, tongue twister, really not. And we've all managed to overcome it with our own form of remedies. And so I'm sitting down, it's the end of the session, and I'm having a conversation with a young guy. And, I'm waiting for his parents to come and pick him up, because this is a program that I work with that reaches out to the children in my community. And I volunteer, I work it, I do what I'm supposed to do. I not only work with the groups, but I stay after hours, something that I don't get paid for. Now, I mind you, these young people range from the ages of 8 to 17, boys and girls. Okay. So I'm working with this young guy, and this girl walks up. She's a young girl. And of course, I grew up in the generation where it's okay to speak when someone enters to the room. Hey, how you doing? We don't necessarily have to wait on somebody to speak when they come into the room. So we just say, hey, make them feel welcome, make them feel wanted into the home. And so I say, hey, how you doing? Her response was, I'm doing fine, hello, or nothing like that. She was like, yerp. I was like, what? And so the guy that I was working with, the young kid, I was like, I said to her, I said, God bless you. I said, because it sounded like you sneezed. And so the people who were around me kind of laughed and whatnot, because they knew her. I didn't know her. And so I was kind of, I don't want to say taken back, but I was more like, okay, that was unnecessary, and it was extra corny, for this. I don't know how old she is. She looked like she's about 14 or 15. I'm like, she's extra corny, but it is what it is. And so the young boy was like, yeah, she always acts like that. And I'm like, okay. So I didn't pay any more mind. And so as I'm sitting here, and of course, we're waiting for the parents to come pick the rest of the kids up because the program is over. So we're waiting for the parents to come over. And so the kids start migrating to where me and the young boy are, because we're playing Uno. And of course, here comes little Miss Yerp. She wants to come on over, and she wants to proceed to play cards. And so now the decks I have is 2 decks put together, and it's probably enough because 4 people can play on 1 deck, so enough for 8 people. And so we were playing 10 card deals. And so it wasn't possible for a person it wasn't possible for like a 9th person to get in. So it was, of course, so she wanted to come in. And so I said, all right, we're going to go down from 10 cards, and we're going to play 5. And so I said, so everybody can get equal chances to get, draw 4s, draw 2s, reverses, skips, and all those things, so they can be, strategic in the game. She comes on, little Miss Yerp, and she's acting a buck fool. I'm sitting here, I'm like, and I let it go on for about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm off duty, so, I'm not on the clock, I'm not getting paid for it, so I try to wind down. Of course, I spend a lot of time redirecting these young kids. Hey, don't run with the scissors in your hand. Hey, get your fingers out of the pencil sharpener. No, you cannot take the pet gerbil out of the cage and put it on and tie a shoestring around it and walk them around the school. No, you can't do that. And so she gets into the point where she starts acting raunchy. popping her gun, making loud noises. I guess we were all having a lot of fun, and she's not used to the attention not being on her. Now, mind you, reason why it's called a generational divide. I didn't see these things growing up, probably because I wasn't looking for it. But I do notice that the generation right underneath me, who is like, you know, the teenagers and the younger folk, because I myself am 28, so I'm not that far removed. They're very robust, and they always want the attention on them. These are the people that grew up with Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So their lives are always on the mainstream. So they're like little celebrities in themselves. And so she goes into this little, I'm like, okay. So she's extra loud. She's clapping. She's a part of the step team. And those people who are in my audience know that girls on the step team who are, you know, that's predominantly African American, they act a certain way when it comes down to being in school. They act very high maintenance and high sedity, and that everybody should listen to what they have to say and what they have to do because they demand that attention on the stage. Well, mind you, there is no stage. We're all sitting down inside, you know, the cafeteria area. And she's being real loud, talking and yelling and stuff. I'm like, I finally had enough, because I'm the mature person at the table. I said, hey, you. I said, why are you so loud? I said, everybody's sitting right here. We're all chilling. We're all acting calm. And you're the only person that's screaming and hollering. She told me something. You know, she just starts going off. And I'm like, hey, look, this is what you need to do. I said, all I have to do is call security, and they will escort you outside so you can wait for your parents. I said, the only reason why everybody's sitting down here because usually you guys wait outside, but I allowed you guys to come in and sit down. I said, listen, if you're going to sit here and enjoy the fruits of everyone else's quiet labor, then you need to play the part. I said, if you can't be quiet and chill out and play the card game, then you can go back outside in the heat where it's hot, ain't no AC, and you can go wait for your mom to come pick you up. So she got quiet a little bit and started rolling her eyes and whatnot. I'm like, I followed up with, I said, you can roll your eyes. That don't hurt me. I said, I go to sleep at night with my eyes rolling real fast inside my head. So it doesn't bother me at all. And so everyone else, they're laughing and they're giggling because I guess they go to school with her and they see that nobody really challenges her or steps to her or talks to her that way. So she's like one of the groups of the people that leave. She's like the first of the people that leave inside the group. I had about 10 kids there, 2 left, and then she left, and then I had the other original 8 that was there. And soon as she left, boy, them kids cut loose on her. They were like, well, she act like a hoe. She a little thotty and all this other stuff. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, what y'all mean? This little girl's in middle school. No, she not. She in high school. She done already had it on bullshit and all. So I said, listen, that all sounds good, but I don't know if any of that is true. And so, of course, they're trying to figure out exactly what they need to do to let me know that this girl really is exactly what they say she is. I said, I could tell she's a little bit robust, and I'm pretty sure she's problematic and she's a great disturbance at home. And so the other kids were just trying to, you know, confirm what I had initially thought. But I said, I don't know her, so let me not conclude that's what's really going on. So anyway, so she's, you know, she's being, you know, she leaves and other kids kept going, and I'm listening to her, and I'm like, well, they must not really like her because they choose not to say nothing in front of her face. So I said, she must be a bully in school, or they either must be extra timid and soft and not really capable of speaking up and saying stuff with their own confidence, speaking their own mind. I didn't say too much more about it. But this the kicker though. So this program is it's not bi-weekly, it's every week, on a on day and an off day, and an on day and an off day, and it keeps rotating. Some weeks we there 3 days, some weeks we there 2 days. Depending on what we're working on. So we get back there again the following day that we're supposed to be scheduled there. And she comes in and she rolls her eyes at me. Like she's going out of her way to make sure that I'm looking at her, because I speak to everyone who comes through the door. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. She comes through. I say, good afternoon. She don't say nothing. She smacks her lips like, and then rolls her eyes. I'm like, okay, this little girl obviously thinks I'm supposed to impress her or something like that. Like it's really that type of relationship that we're going to try to establish. And so my wife and my children just happen to be there. And so I wait for my I wait for my wife and to get the kids and stuff settled down, because she works with the program as well. And she comes up, and of course people's like, oh hey, we're designated to our groups, of course. And then I'm sitting down, I'm going over the things and whatnot, and she happens to be in my group, and she's not saying too much, she's just paying attention to her phone. Generational divide, cell phones. I've never seen it so bad. We have to do a better job of telling our kids this is a no cell phone zone. Seriously. When I eat dinner at my home and I'm with my kids are not allowed to bring tablets. No, they're not. My kids don't have cell phones. They have tablets. My children are not allowed to bring tablets to the dinner table. I tell them, you take that tablet, you turn it off, and you go put it in the living room, and you come eat dinner with us, and we're going to entertain each other with our conversation and our talks, and we're eating our foods and things like that. She makes sure that she's making sure she's making sure that she's on her phone the entire time while I'm speaking. I don't care. I don't get paid whether she receives the information. I get paid to teach the information, and that's the bottom line. All I can say is they heard me give it out, they get their homework, and they go about their business. So the young girl, I hand out the homework. I say, here, take one, pass it down. She's all on her phone. It's like she's not gonna take one, so she takes one and then pushes the pile into the middle. And so one of the other teachers who's getting ready to take to get everybody's lunch order, she says, Mr. Wilson, your wife wants you to go over here. She wanted me to do something. And so some of the other kids didn't know that I was married. And they was like, oh, you married? I'm like, yeah, y'all couldn't see by the wedding ring that I was wearing on my hand. I guess some people just wear rings just to be wearing it. And so she was one of the kids that says, oh, I didn't know you were married. And so like she was, now all of a sudden she's interested. And I'm like, look at this little young hot thing. Go on somewhere. Get somewhere, girl. She like a fly on doo-doo. Get somewhere, girl. And so I'm me being myself, I'm not going to entertain that. I'm like, listen, this is what we're going to do. Just go ahead and give her your order so we can go back to the paperwork. We finish the paperwork. She puts her cell phone down, and I have a conversation with her at the end. All right. As we're getting up, I don't single her out because I don't want to further embarrass her. She's already been embarrassed enough. She looks like a hot mess, so therefore a nasty attitude is to hide her inner hurt. I deal with these inner youth from the cities all day long. They all develop this tough mentality because they're really soft inside. And so I speak to her and I tell her some things that I'm noticing and that she needs to, improve on in order for her program to go smoothly. Because this is a transitional program for kids who are on the list of possible retention in certain grades. And so I'm there to help them get on board during the end of the school year and summer school so they can go to the next grade. And what I tell her is, everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody wants to be somebody. Who you want to be is the key. All right? Do you want to be that person that everyone is going to hate in 15 years? Right? You're going to have like 300 kids living on welfare assistance, getting beat up every weekend. I don't think those are enjoyable things that people go through. Like, hey, today I want to get my eyeball punched into my socket. I don't think people really enjoy that stuff happening to them. And so she's like, she hits me with the yeah type. And so I also think generational divide. Because when I was growing up, I don't honestly remember engaging with my teachers like that. It was more of, I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to listen to you. Nowadays, these kids, I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to listen to you, and I'm going to speak my mind while you're talking. So it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. If you like the content, share it, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that smash button. Leave a suggestion in the comment section, or you can hit me up on my email. I'll leave that in the description box below. And as always, have a blessed day.